Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Fantom's FTM token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. And we haven't taken a look at this project for quite a while, so I'm going to start from scratch. We're going to slap on the Fibonacci retracement that you see on the charts. I'm going to tell you where I think the key resistance areas are and where the key support areas are. But before we get into the charts properly, a quick word from our sponsor. Guys, if you are looking for crypto trading bots, then I have the perfect platform for you. The leading crypto bot trading platform since 2017 with over 500,000 trusted traders and more than 3.7 million bots started. Their trading volume is above $300 billion, and you can read all about the platform's reviews on their website over here. And they do have a lot of different trading bots. So they do have the dollar cost average bot, the sideways channel bot, the classic bot, the combo bot, and the scalper bot as well. You can simply connect your exchange and start trading with your trading bot. Automate your crypto trading with Bitsgap. Now jumping into the daily chart. So I have set up a Fibonacci retracement here, and it is used with this swing high, okay, and with a swing low. So the swing high was printed back in May of 2021, and the swing low was printed in July of 2021. So basically this is the low that we printed last summer in 2021. Now, based off of this low, we were able to lay the fibs and see what sort of targets we have. And we got the 1.618 target at $3.15, which was met perfectly. Now, why would I be targeting this? It's really simple. After you break the all-time high price, or the swing high of the fib retracement in this case, but I do think at that time in May, it was the all-time high actually. So once you break the first fib level, which is this one, okay, and the 0 fib is the swing low. So once you break this one level and you backtest it as support, just like you did over here perfectly in September of 2021, from there, you're targeting the 1.618 because that is usually where assets retrace to after the break the swing high. So you target the 1.618. You have two targets below that, but those are minor targets, the 1.272 and the 1.414. Now, it's not a 100% guarantee that you are going to get to the 1.618, obviously. Nothing is in technical analysis, but more often than not, you do get to this target. You could have, as well, you could have run into the 1.414 and then dropped from there. That could have happened. Some projects did do that, and that is why you have to dollar cost average your way out of a project. Just like you dollar cost average into a project, you buy the dips, you buy, for example, like $50 worth of a coin every day. The same way you should be taking profits, so you never want to try to catch the top. So if you sold here at $3.15 and you had this Fibonacci retracement on, congratulations. We printed a double M top pattern here. We lost the neckline. We met our target at around about 38 cents, but we did drop slightly below all the way down to the 0.236. So we have retraced quite a bit. We haven't lost the low of the last pullback that we had in July of 2021, which is a very good sign because a lot of altcoins have already, lost the low and they're retracing down, to the lows of 2019, which is not very good for those altcoins. But FTM has been holding on quite nicely. And I'm going to give you some targets in case we lose this low. We're going to set some targets in case that happens. So you get the idea. This is why we were targeting the 1.618, and we got there perfectly twice. We had a retracement to the 1.272, even below that. We came back up, bounced off the 1.618 once again, and from there we had the bearish cross on the daily chart, which is when the 20 EMA crosses below the 55. In this case, we have the yellow EMA as the 20, and the red EMA is the 55. And as you can see, the gap that they have in between each other is unhealthy. When you have these sort of gaps in between the EMAs here, usually you see reversals soon after. And we saw these capitulations in the crypto markets, and all the way down for FTM, it was all the way down to the 0.236. So mainly we did hold this level as support. So this is your key support area right now. You are building some sort of an ascending support trend line over here, which is a very bullish sign in my opinion. However, this does not mean that we will not come back lower. You could even target the low of last year's pullback at 15.5 cents. That is something that you should target as well, because with the interest rates being raised this month, we could see another dip in crypto because Canada just raised the rates, I think, last week, and the US usually follows whatever Canada does. And it's almost a guarantee that the interest rates are going to be rising once again, and that will drive the crypto markets down. The investors want risk off assets. So what is happening with FTM at the moment is we're running into the 55 EMA on the daily chart here. As you can see, the red trend line is acting as a strong resistance level here, and we're running into it once, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So 4 candles running into that one level over there. And that is quite negative, because if you continuously run into a resistance level and you continuously fail to break through, there is a chance that you are going to drop back down, because if you can't get through a level, you're going to get pushed back down. And the immediate support below us would be the 20 EMA over here at 29 cents. So that is your buy zone for now, the 20 EMA, okay? And the EMA does move to the price. So when you open up the charts in maybe a day, the 20 EMA is going to be a bit higher, sitting at 29.5 cents probably. And we're holding our support here. The 0.382 Fibonacci level is helping us a little bit here. We're holding it at 31.20. So that is another dollar cost averaging opportunity. But in all honesty, I wouldn't be buying FTM tokens over here. Now, a potential bullish pattern that we have here on the daily chart is that we are creating here a bull pennant. And this is basically a pennant or a symmetrical triangle, which is usually very small. And this triangle is created after an impulsive move to the upside. So you have your pole, you have the pennant, and you take this pole, which is measured by the move of the where the move actually started. So this is where the move started, July 18th. We ended up above or below the 55 EMA July 19th, and from there we have been in this bull pennant. So if we do see a breakout, let's say we break out today, you take the pole, you place it at the point of breakout, and you get your target. So for now, we are potentially targeting 45 cents. Let me get the price tag for you. So slightly below 46 cents is going to be your technical target if we end up breaking through this out of this pennant to the upside. Also, there is a possibility that we break to the downside if the markets start dropping. So that is also a possibility. And another thing that I want you to pay attention to is this ascending trend line that you should draw out on your chart, because we have been bouncing from this trend line twice before, and you're getting wicks below it, but ignore the wicks. You should target the trend line, because that's where that's the most probable place you're going to bounce from if you lose the 20 EMA. So in our case, in the next couple of weeks, you could look at 25, 27 cents as a good entry point for FTM if you are willing to wait, of course. Some of you aren't that patient, but with these markets, you need a lot of patience if you want to make a lot of money. And moving over to the important resistance level that we have. So this is a key resistance level, and this is the golden ratio of the Fibonacci retracement at 48.44 cents. So the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement is the golden ratio, which means it has the most resistance. So if we fail to break through that, that is called a dead cat bounce. So you retrace all the way down from the all-time high here, right? You come all the way back down, you start coming back up, you print the low here, you start retracing to the upside, and you get rejected from the golden ratio, and you usually drop back down even lower sometimes. That is called the dead cat bounce. You basically print a lower high and you fail to break a key resistance level. As you can see, we did have a wick here to the upside on May 23rd, and we wicked all the way above the golden ratio, but we failed to close a candle above the golden ratio. So that's the important thing. You want to get above the 0.618. You want to close a candle above that and hold it as support. Once you do that, then you can start taking out your next targets. If that doesn't happen, I'm not flipping bullish on FTM, and within these market conditions, I don't think altcoins are going to be very bullish. Of course, we can see, major pumps here and there if we have any bullish news coming out regarding some projects. But overall, I do think we're going to, potentially even drop lower. We're going to potentially drop lower. Bitcoin can still drop back down to $15,000, $16,000. And if that happens, altcoins are going to bleed. And that is when you want to buy as much or as many altcoins as humanly possible. Now, jumping into the daily RSI, we have broken through a major resistance level here as well. And this is a very bullish sign, okay? So this is actually telling me that there is a chance that we might see a pump further to the upside, actually getting to the overbought zone here above the index of 70. And that is where you should probably take some profits, especially during these times, because if you get overbought during a bear market, it's almost guaranteed that you're going to come back down and have some sort of retracement. So for me, if I did get overbought here above the index of 70 and I was sitting at 75, 85, I would probably take some profits and buy back in lower. This is a good swing trade opportunity, but you can see that we have been rejected from this resistance level multiple times, all the way back from September last year. So we had 4 bounces off this area, and right now, the 5th try, we actually break through. And right now, I'm going to be looking for support on this yellow trend line. So we want to back test this level as support, and that will be a golden entry point. There is no guarantee that we're not going to go lower, right? But this is going to be your golden entry point into FTM. If we do indeed drop lower below, you could also target the yellow trend line below, because we have seen bounces from there, but that's only in the case of us losing the top trend line over here. So let's see what happens. You have your support levels based on the RSI. You have your support levels based on the Fibonacci retracement, based on the EMAs that you have, and based on some support trend lines. Make sure to have your buy limit orders set up in advance, because that's what I do. You can potentially see, capitulations when you're asleep, and if you have limit orders set up, that's always useful. So thank you all for watching. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I do post a lot of useful information over there, and feel free to join me on my Patreon. A lot of exclusive content, low cap gems, and trade alerts over there as well. So lots of content all around the place, and feel free to check out the sponsor down below in the description. Bitsgap is a great service. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.